All right, everybody, we're live on Facebook Live as well. So hopefully, you can all tune in and check on things. We're going to be doing a little bit of talking about spirituality and life after death for right now. While I'm doing more testing on things to make sure I got it working correctly. But like I said, there's Facebook, BeLive.tv, and all of a sudden they're like, oh, subscription. And it's like, you didn't say about that before, and your website didn't say anything about doing anything in particular with having to pay for a subscription. So, like I said, I was running a little late. Happy Pride Month, everybody. Yeah, it's one of my favorite mugs. I like, having that with my coffee, green tea. But, we're trying to go ahead and go live with everything and work it all out. We have Kat Edwards going to be joining us in about 2 weeks. So I'm looking forward to having her back on the show, which is going to be really nice. She's excited about being here. We also have a couple others coming up after work on the show pages. It's kind of hard here sometimes in Costa Rica because we have some pretty good thunderstorms out here. And man, let me tell you, they scared the heck out of me sometimes. Okay, we're just going to go live video, and I'm not going to be sure how we're going to work out for the audio, but it is what it is. And like I said, I was going to use the live TV, but we've had everyone has experienced death in their lives, and it's a little nervous trying to interpret dreams, and when somebody goes ahead and visits you when they've passed over, and you're like, is this real? Am I imagining this? Yeah, it's real. They will communicate with you. They will let you know that they're okay. And, it's interesting when after Louis passed away, quite a few months after, he came to me in a dream. And I was like, okay, is this real or what? But in the dream, I looked at him, we were over at the old house, and he looked at me and he said, oh, there you are. And I'm like, okay, you're dead. I saw the heart monitor go 0 on you. We saw you when you were dead. You're dead. I've got to, I've got to be dreaming. And he laughed and he says, I'm just resting. He's like, go do something and, I'll see you when I wake up. And he went ahead and said he had to lay back down. He wasn't feeling good. He was just, redoing his energy. So I went to touch him and I was like, no, you're not real. This has got to be a dream. I'm not seeing this. I know you're dead. And I went to touch him and he vanished. And next thing I know, I'm in this big, huge room. And the way that I describe it is it's some sort of angelic being. Wonderful, loving energies coming from her essence. And she, just looked at me. She goes, oh, you're back. And I said, I just saw Louis. And she started laughing. She goes, and I said, and he's dead. I said, I tried to touch him and he vanished. And she started laughing again. She goes, you know better. I said, no, seriously. I said, he vanished like you do when I touched her. When I went to touch her, and her arm vanished, but the rest of her body stayed there. She goes, you can't touch me. You can't touch us. We're in different worlds right now. And I said, oh, okay. And all these other beings are walking up some hall, and everyone is, just full of love, full of energy, and just very emotional. And she was talking to some spirits and guiding them to go to the hallway with the other people. And there were all these other angelic beings there, and they were all helping everybody to understand what had happened and helping them to go ahead and move forward. So, to me, being a psychic medium, I know that spirits are always around us. They're always helping us. They're always trying to communicate with us. And it's funny that they don't change their personality. When they're here and then in spirit, their personalities stay the same. So, if they're mean and cranky, they're going to be a little mean and cranky. They're in spirit. They're not necessarily going to be as hateful, but the energy that they're going to come across to you is going to be similar to when they were alive. I had one woman come in one time, real sweet. She said, I really don't know if I believe or not. She said, but I'd like to know if somebody would come through. And I said, well, and try my best. It's not like, pick up the phone and call in the spirit world and say, hey, you want to talk? Let's get you on the phone here. Sometimes in the spirit world, we're doing things. We're changing, we're evolving, we're getting ready to reincarnate and live other lives. But she was, just wanted to speak to someone. So the spirit came through, and I said, well, I have a man here. I said, he knows that you wanted to communicate, wanted to get some information. She goes, I just want to see if this is real. So I'm talking with the spirit, and he's showing me a lot of things, and all of a sudden I heard very loudly and clearly a message, and I looked at her and I said, I don't know how to tell you this. I said, but the only thing I'm getting is I didn't want to talk to her when I was alive. Why the hell would I want to talk to her now? And she started crying. She said, oh my God, he does live. He did go ahead and go on in life, in the spirit world. I said, well, of course. I said, but does that make sense? And she started crying. She goes, yeah, we haven't talked in years. She goes, so he would definitely be saying something like that, saying, I didn't want to talk to you when I was alive. Why the hell would I want to do it now? I said, well, there is your answer. So, spirit came through with the same personality as when he was alive. And it helped her to understand that, yes, we do exist beyond this dimension. Seeing the messages on there, I can go ahead and do some little mini reads when I pick up something. So Kathy was wanting to know if I'm going to get the job you really want soon. I got 2, so it's either like I'm going to have to say 2 weeks, 2 months at the very most, and you'll definitely be getting the job that you're looking for. So hang in there, keep applying for the jobs, but just be honest about your work experience, especially when you're applying for the job and you're getting an interview. One of them is going to give you 2 interviews, and on the third one is when they're going to make the decision for you that they're going to hire you. So just go ahead and be honest with them. It's going to be something that you're not necessarily super qualified for, but it's something that you're going to be interested in doing, and they're going to go ahead and bring you into the job with it. Let's see here. Okay, there we go. So we're only doing a short little show tonight, just enough to talk about spirituality and in the spirit world. So I know Blog Talk Radio was having some issues as well. Hi, Megan. Nice to see you. Hi, Ginny. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Dale and Marcus. So we're working on getting different ways to get people more interactive with the show, which is why we're trying to do some of the Facebook Live. And I was going to try to bring on Ed to talk about an experience that he had as well. But I'm not sure how we're going to be able to go ahead and do that now because I had little technical issues. We're going to get everything worked out. I think Kat may join me on Facebook Live, which is going to be kind of nice. We have another Jake who's going to be joining us too. He's new for the show. He's wanting to go ahead and come on air with us. So he's not going to be doing Facebook Live, but we will have him on the air. So if you go to BeTheLightNowRadio.com, and there's going to be some more information on there about different call-in numbers, and I'm also working on getting the app for you. We're going to have the app for Android phones as well as for the Apple phones or devices, so you can go ahead and tune in at any time. Learning from the past, many issues with Blog Talk Radio, so we're going to start using them as a secondary our broadcast medium because we have over 1,000 followers on there and it's still growing. So we have a listener base there, but we're going to focus primarily on using speaker and then also using the app. The app will give you the opportunity when we are live to go ahead and chat in the chat room there. So we can take your questions in the chat room as well. We're going to have phone numbers through a teleconference phone number where most countries will have their own phone number. So if you're visiting or if you're living here in Costa Rica and you're like, oh, I want to get on the air with Michael. Well, it's going to have a Costa Rica phone number. It's going to be a US phone number, a Canada phone number, England phone number, Australia. So, I can have Kat Edwards call in on Australia and it's going to be a local number for her. Just because, there's so many different issues with Skype. And it's time to go ahead and upgrade to some new technology, new ways of doing things, and I'm looking forward to doing that and having you interact more with us. Sarah, she'll get past the social anxiety and get the right job anytime soon. 3 months. 3 months for you within that time. It's not easy getting over social anxiety. It's a little bit of a challenge, but if you take a clear quartz crystal with you and a black tourmaline and hold on to those when you're out in society and out in social events, you can hold on to those and they'll help calm you down and help balance your energies. The black tourmaline will help any negativity that may be coming towards you, and the clear quartz is going to help you with staying focused. Janina, my dear, it's been so long since we've seen you. I'm glad you can tune in and see me live from Costa Rica now. Marcus wanted to know, how do you personally explain the heart chakra, and how does that play into your understanding of psychic awareness and karma? Mi español, Janina, no bueno, un poco difícil, but soy practicar mucho español. So, yes, I'm practicing Spanish pretty much every day, and being here in Costa Rica, that's a whole different thing. We're going to talk about that another time. But the heart chakra plays into understanding psychic awareness and karma. To me, the heart chakra is the center of your body, the center of your being. So, you try to keep that open to love and compassion, and, with everything that resonates with the heart. And of course, if you're going to do some not so great things that will affect your heart chakra. So of course, it's going to slow down your connection. You always want to have an open heart, open mind, of course, when you're dealing with psychic awareness. And a lot of times it's hard. For the longest time, I didn't do any readings at all because I was focused on helping to take care of Louis and helping to do other things. So I wasn't opening up my abilities. I'd shut them down. And I said, I have to focus on other things. So it's kind of hard when you shut them down, which is, you shut the heart down and in the mind and the third eye. And which I'll go ahead and try to balance out your chakras. And you can do that same thing with crystals, sea salt bath. You do an Epsom salt bath that'll help you to balance your body and your chakras. There's Ed in the back. He's going to the other room, so I don't hear the feedback from him. So and there's Jack. I don't know where Jack just finished his dinner. That's why. But yeah, but so go ahead and try to be open a little bit more with your heart and with your third eye, and it will help open up your abilities as well. And Jenny wants to know, we'll be adopting our granddaughter. It's going to be sooner. I'm getting about 9 to 10 months, and you'll be able to go ahead and adopt. It's going to be, a challenging process, but you'll be able to go ahead and get that taken care of. So, but so when you end up having a loved one visit you in a dream, you know, it is a little scary, and you can manipulate your dreams when you're aware of them and aware of things that are going on. So when they go ahead and visit you, then they're trying to give you a message: one, that they are okay, that life continues on, and you'll see them again. They're always going to be around you, trying to help you out, trying to do things for you and help you to understand what's going on with them as well. There's no pain, no suffering when they're in the spirit world, and there's many different theories about what it's like on the other side. You hear some saying that it's um, you know aliens from another dimension trying to eat your energy. The energy of anything doesn't just be destroyed; it's just transformed into something else, and you continue on. So, for me, from a spiritual point, we do go ahead and continue on. From the minister point, so many people, uh, I hear from the different religions. Some say, oh, well, there's hell and there's fire and brimstone. And I'm like, I don't get that. I haven't picked that up. To me, that's the difference, and that was the hard part for me, is trying to go ahead and help people understand that from my spiritual standpoint, there is no fire and brimstone. There is no hell. Hell is here. Here is where you suffer. Here is, in this existence, is where you have pain, you have suffering, you have disease, you have hunger. It is what it is. You can make it worse, or you can make it better. But if you want to make your life better, ask those who have crossed over to help you to understand, help you to be a better person. And what's going to happen is you will start seeing changes going on in your life. But have faith in those changes. Have faith that what messages they're giving you is real. So it will help open you up. It's never easy. It's scary as hell. Trust me. To go ahead and accept the messages that they're giving you. When like I've told some people, when Ed and I first met, it was like a week or two later, I was doing yoga, and we were in Shavasana, and I had a vision of us getting married and being together, and it's like, whoa, that's kind of quick. That's the message Spirit's given me, and about 10 months later, we got married, and we moved to the Costa Rica. By having the faith in the messages that I received, it helped us to move forward in our lives. And now, having that same faith that, okay, it's time to do the radio shows again, time to get back on air, then that's why, we're back on here. That's why we're trying to go ahead and help you out. Kat Edwards and Sharon Pugh and a few others have all said, it's time for you to get back on air. We need you. You're needed again. And, so I'm looking forward to that. We're fine-tuning things and trying to find an equal balance here to go ahead and be able to help you back out and working with the technology and the changes. Here in Costa Rica, when it's the rainy season, and we're up at 4,700 feet, so we're up in the mountains, internet can be a little spotty, especially when we rain and thunderstorms, and you can see the clouds rolling in, and some of you have seen the videos that I've posted. So we're looking above the clouds at a valley below, and you can see lightning coming out of them. So it's a little scary. So it's you hurry up and unplug everything, turn it all off, because you don't want to have any issues with the computer and technology, especially that they can cost a little bit more here in Costa Rica. But that's because with import fees. But I get off balance here, off topic. We're gonna bring you the same readers. Kat Edwards is going to be back on here. Hi, James. Hi, Mel. Hi, Catherine. I like the Facebook Live. I can see everybody on there. I'm also working on possibly putting together a retreat here in Costa Rica to where you come over here. We can do some messages, some readings, some meditations, help you to open up your own abilities so you can communicate with Spirit, get closer to the higher powers, to your higher self, to help you on your journey. So many people are like, oh, you're lucky, and it's like, luck had nothing to do with it. It's just listening to what Spirit is telling you and what doors are being opened for you. It's not easy a lot of times. Like I said, our loved ones are already there on the other side and they're wanting to help us out. But we're so busy trying to listen with our ears that we don't receive the messages. And they can get a little frustrated at times because they're like, okay, I'm trying everything. You're not listening to me. You're not hearing me. Once we stop trying to listen with our ears, listen with our eyes, listen with our whole being, we will be able to go ahead and communicate with those spirits and get those messages. We looked at this property and I just knew, I said, this is going to be our new home. And it's like, yeah, okay, we still have things to do here. And when I sold my place, I said, I know it's going to sell quick. I said, but let me just put a sign up just to be on the safe side, in case somebody, in case it does take a while. And an hour later, I had a woman come over and she said, can I look at it? I said, yeah, come on in, look at it. We were doing a yard sale. And she's like, how much? So I told her, she said, I'll take it. And I was like, okay, well, I was going to do some work. She said, no, I'm going to take it as is. How much time do you need to move things out and, leave whatever you need in here? And, I'll take some of the belongings from you. So, my place sold right away. And I was like, I'm going to take that sign up. We're doing the right thing. We're going on the right path there. We already knew we were moving here to Costa Rica. While we were here picking out this property and finalizing things, Ed's property went on the market. Wasn't supposed to until we got back. So we came back home on the weekend. Monday it went live online, and Tuesday we had somebody come in and want to take a look at it. And they were there for maybe 20 minutes. And we're like, guess they're not interested. And his realtor's like, no, on the contrary, they're going to make you an offer. The following day, they gave us a call. They made the offer. He wanted us to go into the office. And it's like, tell me how bad it is. And, he's like, no, you got to come here. So we went into the office to speak with him. And he said they made the offer for above asking price. They didn't want to lose out on the house. They had lost out on others. So they went above the asking price. He said, I've never seen this happen on the very first offer. So Ed looks at me and he's like, this is destiny. I said, yeah, that it's meant to be. My place sold quickly. Yours did. They needed to wait a little while to do some things, but, we still had the offer from day one. So, that's what it is when you listen with your heart, when you listen with your whole body, when you just know things and you accept it. When you're going ahead and trying to listen with the ears and like, I'm not hearing anything. Sure, Spirit's trying to give me a message. It's like, yes, we just have to listen with your whole body. When you get that gut feeling on something, when you meet someone, if you've been with them for a long time for a relationship, when you first met them, you get that gut feeling like this is the one. Or, a lot of times we get the gut feeling like, oh God, I got to stay away from this person. But it's up to us whether we choose to accept what we're feeling or ignore it. And afterwards, like, oh, I should have listened to my heart. I should have listened to this. When Ed and I first met, I got the message. It's like, but for a split second, I hesitated. I was like, no, this is soon. But it's, something inside me said, you idiot, yeah, you got to go for this right now. You have to do this right now. And I was like, okay. So we went and we met, and we've been together ever since. So, we just knew it was the right thing. And there's a big story about how we actually met and all the little details, but that's going to be part of our book. Yes, we're going to be writing another book. One of these days, we'll put it all down in writing before we forget it and we get too old. But, it's what happens when you listen to Spirit, when you listen to your loved ones who have crossed over. We knew that our partners had helped to get us to meet each other. Trying to find out the whole reason for being here in Costa Rica, but it's slowly making itself known to us. But, he's unpacking things as we're moving together. And there was a coffee cup, and it was from a bar in Tampa. And he goes, was this yours? I said, no, that was Louis'. And he's like, oh. I said, why? He goes, well, this is kind of odd. I said, okay. He went to the kitchen and pulled one out, and he said, this is Ray's, which is his deceased partner. So it was a coffee cup that they gave out on an anniversary, which is only one night that they were giving these out. So his deceased partner and Louis were at the same club at the same time in that same time period to go ahead and get these coffee mugs for their anniversary party. So we knew, chances are really good that they met each other. So, it's kind of strange to get that message where, they put us together. So, listen to your heart. Talk to your deceased loved ones. They're trying to help you. They're trying to have your twin flame or your soulmate or another life partner come into your life because they don't want to see you sad and unhappy. They want to see you with love and energy, and they want to see you with somebody. So that's why I had so many people like, Louis just died. Yeah, well, I haven't died. I didn't. Because it was about 2 weeks after Louis passed that Ed and I met. And I just knew, I said, this is meant to be. I don't know what the future has in store. And, trust me, it's scary times, but, we're just going with the flow. We had never thought that when we met that we would be living here in Costa Rica. But, was it 2 years ago? Yeah, 2 years ago in March, I got my passport. April, we came here to Costa Rica, and by the end of June, 4th of July weekend, we were buying this property. August, from teacher training, we got married, and September 3rd, I was here in Costa Rica to live here permanently. So things happen quickly, but you have to accept what Spirit's doing. You have to accept your loved ones are helping you. Go with the gut feelings. Go with what they're trying to tell you. Because, so many times we'll sit there and be like, oh no, I got to be imagining this. This can't be real. This has got to be fake. And we let opportunities pass us by. And our loved ones will be like, all right, let's try this again. Let's do something different. People can go on different, blog talk radio shows, call in different shows all the time, get all these different readings. And I've heard them on Blog Talk and other places where they're calling in and they're getting the same message all the time. But they're getting a message that it's something that they need to hear. And unfortunately, they don't want to hear that. So they ignore that. They don't accept it. So they keep on going forward and changing things and, not wanting to do what Spirit is telling them. And then they're wondering, why isn't my life changed? It's like, well, you're not listening to Spirit. You're not listening to your loved ones who know what they want for you, how they want to help you. Only when you finally take that step back and say, okay, I'm going to listen to this. I'm going to take the messages that I received from a psychic and go with it. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, wow, my life is changing. Yes. So when you have a loved one in spirit that comes to you in a dream and it's giving you a message, try to remember it. The easiest way to remember things is the minute you wake up from that dream, write it down. Put it in your journal. Take your phone out, do a text message to yourself, something that you can write that down, because after a couple of hours being awake, you're like, oh, what did I dream about? And it's the easiest form of communication with Spirit is in your dreams. Some people say, well, I don't remember my dreams. Well, ask them to have you to remember. They can help you to remember. Spirit will help you to understand and remember what your dreams were. You may not remember it totally, but you will remember enough of the information to write it down. Write down every single detail of that dream. What kind of building, what kind of room, what was around there, what was the lighting like, what was the weather like. All these little details have a significant importance to the message. When my abilities were opening up further, one dream that I had repeatedly was I'm on like the 11th floor of a skyscraper, and we're looking out and we're seeing water rising higher and higher and higher until finally it's up over the 11th floor, and we're seeing fish and everything swimming around. And I'm like, that's really bizarre. It's like, what am I, dreaming about? Well, being on the 11th floor, that was a sign that changes were coming. and the water was there to go ahead and cleanse things and to make it open up more. So I started noticing my abilities opening up. But I had to write down all these details inside the dream. Where were we? What specific was it? Being on the 11th floor made a difference. Seeing the animals, the fish floating by, and not something out of a horror movie of a great flood where you're going to see bodies floating. No, we had a room full of people, and nobody seemed to have gotten hurt. It was just a way of spirit letting me know that my life was getting ready to change. So write down all of those little details. Reading a chat message from Sarah. Meditations will help you on there. Not necessarily an entity or a negative energy blocking your drive motivation. A lot of it has to do with yourself and how you're feeling at this time. A lot of times we're like, I don't want to go forward. I don't want to, change. I don't want to do something. So you don't have that motivation to change. So you're going to feel blocked. You'll be like, well, my life's not changing. But then, look at some of the posts of people on Facebook, and they're posting comments that seem so down and negative on themselves. And then they're complaining, well, my life isn't changing. Nothing's going on. You have to open up to want to change. You have accept that motivation. To reach your higher self for some advice, meditate. I'm going to start doing some meditation sessions and doing some videos on those to help you to open up and reconnect with spirit, to help you communicate with your higher self, with your departed loved ones. Meditation is similar to dreaming, except you can be a little bit more awake when you're doing it. There's, we used to do dark room over at the church, and totally pitch black. It's almost like I forget what they call them, but those casters where you go and you float in water, and it would be total darkness. So you have to listen for things, and you'd see shapes, and you'd see, energy around you, and you'd have some visions. So, I can't quite do that here in Costa Rica. I don't have the dark out, blackout material and in a room, but, there's many different ways to do things. Cover your eyes so you don't have any light, put it in a dark room, and just focus and ask your guides to protect you for one thing, and to help give you some messages. It can be really simple as a 5-minute, just quiet the deprivation tanks. Thank you, Catherine. Just close your eyes for a few minutes, turn off your phones, turn off everything so you don't have any distractions, and ask Spirit, say, help me out here. Help balance me out, help give me a message. And then, sit there quietly. You may, your body may jolt, and that's normal as you're trying to change your frequencies. But, just ask Spirit to help me out here, give me a message. And then just listen and observe. Like I said before, we're so used to wanting to listen with our ears that, Spirit is going to show you things. It's going to give you some pictures and some visuals. And we ignore them. We're like, oh, I'm not hearing anything. Yeah, they're trying in many ways. As a psychic medium, that's the hard part of communication, is interpreting what they're showing us. Sometimes, I've seen just a flash of called blue, and I'm like, no idea what it means. So I ask Spirit, give me a little bit more here. What are you trying to show me? So when somebody was wanting a reading, about a house that they saw into their future, and Spirit was saying, it's going to be blue, but I didn't know what it was, a blue room, blue sky, blue ocean, or what. And they showed me that it was going to have blue shutters, and it was going to have a pool, and it was going to be in the water. So when you ask for specifics and you open your eyes and your third eye to see the interpretation, that helps you out. And then they showed me the month of the year that they were going to be getting the house. So, that's what I'm picturing right now. And she called me up about a month or so after the month in my vision, in the dream. And she goes, I don't believe how accurate you were. I said, why? She goes, it was a blue shutters on the house. She goes, it had a pool there. She goes, and there was a view of the ocean. from their property. Just so, it's the perfect house that we were looking for. So, well, I'm just a messenger, and that's the hard part. So, listen not only with your ears, listen with your eyes when they give you visuals. Notice the little things around you. For me, when I know spirits around me, is I see dragonflies, and I'll see them all over the place. And when all of a sudden I acknowledge that, I'll be like, oh, okay, whoever's here, I acknowledge you, and then the dragonflies fly off. But if I don't acknowledge it, if my mind is in other places, the dragonflies will be floating around and staying there, and all of a sudden it clicks in. I'm like, oh, they're my spirit messengers. Yes, Sarah, spirit will communicate telepathically or through frequency and vibration. So that's why I said we have to open ourselves up to listening and hearing with our whole body, with the whole energy that's around us. They're trying to help us out. Hi, Vicky. Vicky lives right up the road from us. So welcome to my show. And, just go ahead and tune in. And if you're like, I'm really stuck, I don't know what to do, grab some crystals. Clear quartz crystals will help out. Do Epsom salt baths. Change your diet as well. If you're eating a lot of red meat and pork, that's going to lower your vibration down. So you're going to have a hard time hearing spirit. Eat more fruits, more vegetables. That's going to help reconnect you again. And none of this pre-packaged box stuff either. You have to do things from scratch. So we're just about out of time, but thank you for joining me tonight. Hopefully some of the information, that was Jack walking around in the back of me here. So, but thank you for tuning in. Check out BeTheLightNowRadio.com, and if you're looking for nutritious recipes as well, go to michaelsholistichealing.com. I have some alternative treatments, different things on there, and some nutritional recipes as well. It's going to help you out. When you, like I said, when you go for more of a plant-based and nutritional diet, it's going to help open you up too, because you're raising your vibration and your frequency, and you're going to be able to communicate with spirit a lot sooner. So until next time, everyone, Wednesday night should be having a show on air. Yes, please go ahead and do me a favor. Like this video, share the video, tell your friends. You have to tune in. And go to BeTheLightNowRadio.com and tell your friends to tune in too, because we have some great guests coming in. Andrew Brewer is returning soon. Sarah Hughes is coming back. Kat Edwards is coming. So many more other previous guests. Like, yes, what days do you have open? So until next time, everyone, have fun, be good, and know that you're loved, because I love you, coming to you from Costa Rica. Hey, you want to have a retreat here? Go to CostaRica-retreat.com, contact me, and we'll put together a retreat for you. So you can come and look at the post as it goes ahead and erupts, and enjoy the beautiful people here in Costa Rica. Until later, everyone. Bye.